Hey guys, in this video I want to go over how we can use the parrying punches to set traps. Okay, if I want to set a trap using a parry, I have to be very cognizant of the space, how I space my hands, right? So in other words, it's really difficult for me to parry punches if I'm holding my hands here. It's also not a really good idea to try to parry punches if my distance is so close that I just don't have enough reaction time. So in order for me to develop success setting traps with a parry, again, I have to decide and I have to manage and maintain the distance that I want, not necessarily the distance that my opponent wants. And I also have to structure my hands in such a way to invite straight punches, okay? So if I want to set these traps, when I parry, I want to, again, parrying is for straight punches. And I want to structure my hands in such a way that it invites him to throw punches down the middle, right? So if I give him the illusion of this opening, that I'm kind of open, he's probably going to be real tempted to throw things down the middle. That's going to allow me the opportunity to set these traps. Now, let's talk about parrying. All right, so parrying is simply this. When I parry a punch, I parry same side that the punch comes. So if Nathan throws across, all I'm doing is I'm skimming this and redirecting his punch. I'm not overreacting and trying to push it out of the way. I don't want to do that. Basically, I'm just doing this. And I'm going across slightly, but I'm still right across my face. And I'm going sort of forward. If you will, think of it like I'm trying to shave the hairs off of the back of his arm. Okay? And I don't need really big movement for me to redirect that punch. That's all I want. It doesn't need to miss me by a mile. It just needs to barely miss me. So if Nathan throws a good hard cross and try to hit, doesn't really take much for me to redirect this here. And now I go outside the elbow. So now let's set the trap. So again, structuring my hands in such a way, I'm here, this is the distance that I want. Because I can really react to what he's going to do from here. If I'm too close, I have to bring things in a little bit tighter. So now I'm here, and I go ahead and open my hands a little bit away from my face. And again, we're dealing with an environment that doesn't have big gloves. So that's why I really like this hand trapping and hand fighting and parrying when we're dealing with punches that are not gloved hands, okay? So open hands, he throws across, right? And I just parry. Now the trap, here's the trap. When he throws this, I'm just going to counter with my own punch. I can also counter this way here, and I can just throw little jab down the middle. So instead of a big rotation here and then countering, what I do is the rotation, and I just step in with my counter. Bing, bing, here, right? And again, of course, it goes without saying that I continue my attacks. So this is to get his attention. This is to finish. This is to finish, right? Same thing on the other side. If he throws a jab, I can parry. And again, all I'm doing is redirecting just a little bit. My hand doesn't move that far away. I'm just going here, and now I can throw my own jab. Or again, I love this one, go right over the top. So when I go over the top, think of it as this way. When I throw a punch, see how the rotation is, it's this full rotation? Well, think of it like this. Boom. So I initiate the rotation. I just kind of touch that hand to redirect his body a little bit, and then I continue with the punch. So again, it looks like this. Here. Again. All right. Right in. Punching is great. Knees are better. So we can use this same strategy to deliver a much more effective blow that have a less risk to damage myself. Anytime I'm hitting someone bare knuckle to the face, I can run the risk of damaging my hand. So if he throws a right cross, I can parry. I'm going outside his elbow. My hands are up, right? So again, here. So now look where I am. Now I'm going to just reach in, grab his head, and send a knee. So again, boom, boom, here. And again, boom, boom. Right, we can do the same thing to the other side. Now this is interesting as well. You notice this leg is forward. So I'm not going to have really the power that I would have. So if he throws this, and I'm here and I try to throw this knee, it's really not that powerful. So I have a couple of options. And it's going to really depend on what he does. So what I could do is this. If he's kind of far away and he's really throwing, because the jab is a long distance tool, so he throws that jab, I can kind of go into, see what I just did here? I go into that jab. So he goes here, and I'm going here. So I just set myself up perfect for my knee. So again, he's here, boom, boom. If we're kind of close, and for whatever reason, here, I can always switch and throw the knee. But I really like this. Here, I'm going to the outside. I'm working to the outside, right? I've created this nice opening. My hands are up. I'm outside the danger zone, and I'm just going to reap it in and drive a knee, and I can finish with other counters. So that's a real basic way of setting up some really powerful traps. And again, understand this. This only works if I am very cognizant, very aware of distance. If the fight gets in this range, this isn't going to work. This is more, I'm luring him in, I'm working here, he comes in with something, it's real easy for me to read it, right? He comes in with something, boom, there it is. He comes in with something else, bam, there it is. Whatever he wants, right? Boom. I just look for the openings, I'm setting traps. He's probably not going to punch out here, and distance is big. The hook isn't really the smartest thing to do because he's got to bend it over. So this is really inviting for straight punches, straight techniques. Keep my elbow down, and we're good to go. That's it. Guys, if you like this and you want more strategies, tips regarding self-defense, we have a lot of videos on getselfdefense.com.